I'm out of the phone. I'm breaking hearts and I put them in chrome. Swiping, no swiping. These be stealing my tones. Stealing the chops like the that I'm on. I might go Vincent Skeleton Bone. You know a like me get cold. Icing out everything I own. Kick from the bottom, I brought my twin with me just like feeling Leo. These up, watch me on replay. You know I stay real. I could feel. I'm
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to one of the legendary venues in the sport, historic Soldier Field in Chicago. Tonight, the second of two on this Wild Card Saturday. It's the Philadelphia Eagles and the Chicago Bears. Mike Tirico along with Greg Olsen. That is Jake Elliott getting this one started. And in the snow, we are underway here at Soldier Field. Oh, and there's a big hit right away. He is knocked down hard on the opening kickoff. They'll run. It's the former LSU Tiger. And that'll go for a gain of about 4. Nakobe Dean in on the tackle. From the 20, here's second down and 6. They'll stick with him again. He'll present to the 21. That's John Campbell getting in there to make the play.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 5.
They'll try to get this one on the ground. The Bears will use one of their timeouts here as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down is looming. The Bears sending out their punt team. Back deep, Jahan Dotson. Ball security a must in these conditions. Fair catch called for and taken without issue. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. First carry for Saquon Barkley. And he'll push forward on a little snow plow. Gain a yard as the snow intensifies.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
On second down, Hurts. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose, and it's going to force 3rd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
On 3rd down, it's Hurts. He's got the 2021 Heisman winner. That's Devontae Smith.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
Oh, how about that hit? He took a pretty good lick at the end of that one. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. Drive will start on the ground, and he'll push his way ahead for a gain of 2. Jaquan Brisker there to bring him down.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment. Keeps this to a modest gain at best.
They're going to run. It's the man from Rutgers, Kyle Monunga. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
I'm not sure if there's anything more enjoyable for a football player than playing a game in the snow. And something for us to keep in mind throughout the rest of the day is typically the advantage is in the favor of the offense. You know where you're going. You know where the cuts are going to come. The defense has to react to you. Can they find a way to take advantage?
On third down, it's Williams. First throw of the game is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Nakobe Dean. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone. Man in motion is Brown. On first down, it's Hurts. Looking right side, he's got a receiver. It's Smith. And he will win the race to the pylon. He's in. Devontae Smith. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Jake Elliott on for the point after.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
Now an opening past the 30. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin next. Williams going to look to throw it on first down. They'll look to set up the screen here. And they finally catch up with him, but it's a big play, taking it into the red zone. A huge play there on the screen pass. And even 30 yards.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
Now a run on first down. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4.
He was brought down at the 8-yard line.
They try to set up the screen, but this one doomed from the start. It's incomplete. 3rd and 5.
Jaquan Brisker there defensively.
Watch out.
Williams. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. The Bears call out their field goal team. That one is good. And the Bears, they're on the board. It's 7-3.
I think apart from the wind, when you talk about kicking in the elements, Mike, I think the snow has to be the kicker's worst nightmare. It's just so hard to have the confidence that when you stick that plant foot, it's not going to give way. So give credit. That was really well done.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Barkley. And wow, tough to bring down that time. Surging forward for a pickup of 6. 2nd down.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical gain here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
On the ground, this is Barkley. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
We know from talking to these coaches this week, Mike, that they think they got themselves a steal. They got this young rookie maybe a little later in the draft than a lot of people expected. And I'll tell you what, they're not complaining. They think they've got themselves a starter and a star for a long time.
The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
He just stays on his primary read just a little bit too long. I think if he gets that ball to his check down a little bit quicker, not only is the ball completed, but I think there's some room to run. So, again, certain quarterbacks are better than others. The ability to process and eliminate targets quickly to move on to the next, that's a skill that really just comes from experience.
Here's Daniel Whelan now. And he's on to punt for the second time in this opening quarter. On that one, they made sure that return was not going any farther. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Starting drive on the ground, and here comes a reverse. And this is going to be a big loss. He kept retreating, looking for an escape hatch, found nothing. And they get him down well behind the line. On second down, it's Williams. Now he takes off. And he's going to be close to the 1st down. Welcome just a yard short of the line to gain, so that'll bring up 3rd and short yardage.
Here we go. We got Biggie first.
Trying to pick this one up on the ground. 1st down and more to the 45. 20, 15, and he will score. Touchdown Bears. Good-looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job, and back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
Following the play, we have an Eagle who is shaken up. This would be a big loss, and we'll see if he can continue here in the divisional round. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And he will not attempt to return, so this will come out now to the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
On the ground, it's Barkley to start the drive. He works free, right side. And he will go all the way. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Eagles. Well, that's a way to start a drive. He takes it all the way to the house. I don't know what they were talking about on the last series, but they've come out on this series, Greg, with the right answer for the touchdown.
And, Mike, the reason a lot of teams start off drives with the run plays to allow themselves to operate ahead of the chains. Well, not this guy. He found the alley, he took it, and he's off to the races for 6.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Now, here comes a return from the 9. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over.
Slam left, slam left. Ahead, ahead, ahead,
Williams going to give it up on a pop pass. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. From the 25, here's 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Williams. That's the big tight end, Colston Loveland. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line. We are through one here on Wild Card Weekend. 14-10 is our score. We're back to Soldier Field after this. So, 1st and 10 here now at the 38. Operating from the shotgun, it's nowhere to go. He is taken down.
A loss of 5 brings up 2nd and 15 at the 33-yard line.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. That's a second charge timeout to Chicago. And they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play. Williams on the RPO, going to get it out to Odunze. Good work there to get this back close to a 1st down. 13 on the gain. It sets up a much more manageable 3rd and 2.
And after being shut down in the opening quarter, he makes his first catch here with that one. And they're going to need to continue to build off this if they plan on leaving here today with a win.
That's to Odunze again. Pickup there of 13. 1st down, Chicago.
It just seems like whenever they need a big play on 3rd down, you can almost guarantee that he's someone they're going to try to get the ball to, and certainly easy to see why. Clutch play by everyone involved and keeps the offense on the field.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
32. Let us up.
Now a handoff running right. And he will not be able to turn up field. They'll drop him behind the line.
Back at the 44-yard line.
Yes. Punch first. Watch out.
Throwing on 2nd down. Williams. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable 3rd down. Getting some good yardage on that 2nd.
Anytime you have a running back like this, it's more about just how many ways can you get the ball in his hand. He's had a great game today so far on the ground. Now they're starting to find ways to get him the ball through the air, and that is a handful for any defense.
They'll come up to 3rd and 3. A play fake. Now Williams.
Great reaction by the defense. At first, first, Mike, it looked like there was enough room out there for the quarterback to pick this one up himself, but they were able to rally to the ball, and I think the officials are going to mark him just short.
So the Eagles will use their first timeout here as they'll discuss what's to come as fourth down is looming. They'll try and run for it. And he's going to have the Bears first down. As they manage to convert, that'll keep this drive alive.
This play should always end up converting a fourth down, especially at this distance. But you can't tell me there weren't some nerves on that sideline as they sent that play in to snap it. But fortunately, nothing to worry about. The offense gets it done.
Here's Williams on 1st and 10. They'll try to set up the screen here. And they'll move it down to the 11-yard line. He's out of bounds there. Screen works to perfection. Give him 18 yards and move the chains. First down.
Biggie A, Biggie A, what is it? Hold on. Combo.
Working out of the gun. Here's Williams. And he will score! Odunze. Touchdown, Chicago.
And what a fitting end to this drive, Mike. It only makes sense that he's the one that gets the ball in the end zone after making a handful of clutch plays prior to the touchdown. That was just a textbook example of one guy taking over the game.
The extra point, up and good. And the Bears move out to a 3-point edge, 17-14. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. And no return here. This is a touchback.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
A first down throw for Hurts. Rolling right. Oh, he's hit behind the line, and the ball is out. And fortunately, this is going to get out of bounds, so possession does not change hands. A second down throw for Hurts. Catch made there. That's Smith. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 5.
3rd down. They need 5. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. And that is incomplete.
And this offense just cannot get anything going right now on 3rd down. If you ask any offensive play caller throughout the entire league, Mike, the importance of 3rd down, maintaining possession, making the defense stay on the field and have long extended drives, it is critical to not only scoring points, but ultimately winning in the NFL.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over.
Whoa. What is up?
That's quickly into the hands of Odunze on the RPO. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
2nd and 2 at at the 37-yard line.
Here we go, Biggie. Let it shoot.
They'll run. He'll try the left side now. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play. Here's a 3rd down and 4.
Back at the 34-yard line.
Slam left. Slam left.
And that is incomplete.
And barring an aggressive decision here on 4th down, it just seemed like a really wasted possession to go 3 and out, not able to pick up a single 1st down. Not only do you not able to gain any field position advantage, it really takes a lot of the wind out of your sails as you find yourself jogging off the field and the punt team coming out.
And how about that? Nice return there, picking his way up past the 35-yard line.
36-yard line.
1st and 10 now from the 36. I'll run up the middle with Barkley. They get 11 and quickly pick up a 1st down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
Pressure gets there, and down he goes. The Bears go ahead, take their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining here in half number 1. To throw on 2nd down is Hurts. Now a screen set up for Barkley. And he's out of bounds. Still short of the 1st down, but he's got a good chunk of yardage back with that one. 3rd down, 3 to go.
It's now 3rd down.
Man in motion is Brown. 3rd and short, Hurts will throw. That's caught by Smith on the right side. And great determination as he gets forward and picks up the 1st down.
That's good for the Eagles. 1st down. It's a gain of 6. 1st down, Philadelphia.
Here's Hurts. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Montez Sweat in there for the sack. Worked his way through. It's a loss of 5. On 2nd down, Hurts. He's going to air this one out looking for Dotson.
You know, Mike, there's the saying in the NFL, take what the defense gives you. But that's not always the case. Sometimes you have to force a ball downfield. Show the defense you are willing to take big shots. Even though they weren't able to connect, it's going to have an impact the rest of the game.
It'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the 1st down. It's going to bring up 4th down.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
On 4th down, it's Jake Elliott time for the Eagles. They'll put this one down at midfield. Here comes a 60-yard attempt. That is not going to do it. Tried to bite off a lot with that one. It's no good. And this is going to remain a 3-point game.
You have to give him credit, Mike. I mean, that shows a lot of faith in your kicker because that is an ambitious effort from that distance.
Here we go. What is it? Very good.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Williams. He'll take a shot here for the end zone. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end. Who survives? Whose season continues on to next week? One half to decide it. Time for the third quarter of the NFC wildcard game. And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback. It's a three tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. Now a give to Barkley, running right, and trying to get any kind of burst in these conditions. The only burst is in the clouds. He's slowed up, just a gain of a couple.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
So, from the 37, here's 2nd and 8. Up the middle they go. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. They get 18 on that one. 1st down, Philadelphia.
We've seen this trend throughout the league, Mike. Offensively, everyone wants to have depth at the running back position. Yeah, it's great to have one guy, but if you could have 2 or 3 that can all come in and contribute on the ground, that's the goal, and we're seeing it here.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Now a give up the middle, and he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
Back's doing everything in his power to try to get that ball around the edge to the boundary, but just great pursuit there by this linebacker, staying with his angles, running through contact, and he makes the play behind the line.
On play action, Hurts forced to his right, just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw when the pass is incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down. Here comes the Eagles punt team. He's on to punt it for the 4th time tonight. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. Off play action. Here's Williams. Flush to his right. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
They'll turn and hand this one off.
The ball carried by number 23. A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 7.
Got to get it to the 30. Here comes 3rd down. Here's Williams now to throw. They'll try to hit him with a screen. Whoa! Into space. Still going. And he's going to take this all the way to the house. 77 yards. Touchdown, Chicago. What a pretty touchdown that was. Nothing looks nicer than a well-set-up screen, and that was executed to perfection.
Mike, the key to any successful screenplay is the timing between the offensive lineman getting out and where the running back is when he catches it. You'll see it here played out perfectly. He gets the escorts out in front of him, gets the key blocks he needs, all the way down for 6.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. Not much on the return. They'll stop him at the 17.
At their own 17-yard line.
On play action, here's Hurts. That's taken in left side by Smith. And he's out past the 30 and out of bounds. That's catch number 5 tonight, and it's good for a first down. Line of scrimmage is the 31 as they line up first and 10.
First down.
Now Hurts. Taking a shot downfield for Smith. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. Devontae Smith, the intended receiver, and that will lead to a second down.
They're trying to take the top off the defense, make them feel that vertical threat, and soften everything up. Wasn't a ton of separation downfield, at least not what they would have preferred, and ended up being a wasted down.
High-headed defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
Oh, in trouble, and down he goes.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now, their pass protection is breaking down and this quarterback's paying the price for it.
And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free.
38-yard line.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They'll begin here on the ground. And they'll push forward a little snow plow. Gain a yard as the snow intensifies. Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Williams. A toss, left side, caught by his running back. And they will finally catch up to him and get him down. A big-time play for the Bears. 39 yards.
What I love most about this was just the ability of the quarterback, Mike, to so quickly go through his progression. You see early on at the top of his drop, his eyes are downfield. Quickly realizes there's not a lot of opportunities downfield. Check it down to your back and see if he can pick up the rest after the catch and move the chains with his legs.
And it's going to be 1st and goal coming up. Tackle made at the 5-yard line.
1st and goal at the 5.
And this offense just continues to chew up yards and get first down after first down. And defensively now, you find yourself a little bit on your heels. You're defending a goal-to-go situation. They need to step up here and get a stop.
Here's a run. And he's going to be stopped just short of the goal line. Couldn't reach that ball across, setting up 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's into the end zone yet again. Touchdown, Bears. Saving his best for the playoffs. His 3rd touchdown of the game. And make it 3 touchdowns. Now, remember, he caught the one earlier. That his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game.
And, Mike, this is what every offense is searching for out of the running back position. Can you impact the game equally on the ground as you can through the air? And that's exactly what this guy has done so far today.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And there'll be no return forthcoming, so the ball comes out to the 35.
At their own 35-yard line.
That's Goddard in motion. Here's Barkley. And he's going to be knocked down hard behind the line.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
It's third down.
Third and long for Hurts. Quick slant into the hands of Smith. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punch here. It's fourth down.
So barring an aggressive decision here on fourth down, it looks like this is going to be a 3-and-out. So this offense has to get to the sideline and regroup, figure out what went wrong, fix it, because they've got to be able to maintain possession the next time out.
The punter remains on the sideline. They're going to line up and go for it on fourth down. And that is not going to work. It is incomplete. They go for it on fourth and wind up turning it over on down.
It's a turnover on downs.
What is up?
Now give on the ground.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense, and that's exactly what they've been able to do.
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he's going to lose yardage here. That's the way they'll switch ends as this third quarter has come to an end. Got to get this to the 25. Here's third down. They'll go play action here with Williams. He'll try to run for it. And he'll be out of bounds. Down at the 20. Can't beat those legs. 13 yards hiccup. A scramble leads to a first down.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
To the ground, a first down run. And he's able to push through the tacklers to pick up 6.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You've got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
That one never got started. Defensive pressure too much, and they drop him in the backfield.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on third down, or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds, well short of the line to gain. And that'll set up fourth down. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Bears add on to their lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
The Eagles take over first down team at their own 35-yard line.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's complete to his big tight end, Dallas Goedert. It'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line.
Eagles first down. It's a gain of 25 yards. First down, Eagles.
To the air now. on 1st and 10. He'll go right back to Goddard. He's got it again. And he'll be out of bounds. A pickup, though, of 6.
The drag route, we used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run-after-catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains. Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a first down.
He tried to fit in the slant, and it was intercepted. And the Bears are going to get the football at their own 23.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
What is hold on?
They'll start by going forward with a pop pass. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
What is up?
Williams to throw on 2nd down. He's got room past the 35. Rome Odunze. And what an effort after the catch. He goes all the way. 78 yards. Touchdown, Chicago. Now the try for an extra point. It's up and good. And the Bears will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. From a yard deep, he's going to bring it out. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
They'll start on the ground with Barkley. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it.
Heck of an effort by this runner, Mike, just to get back to the line of scrimmage. I think most backs around the league, that play would have resulted in a loss, but not this guy. Continued to fight, continued to do everything he could to prevent the loss, but it still stopped for no gain.
They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
Makes it 3rd and 7.
He'll drop to throw. He'll get that out to Barkley. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down. They'll look to throw. Got a man. It's complete to A.J. Brown. And he's going to have an Eagles 1st down. And they wind up getting 13 yards on that 4th down conversion.
A gain of 14. And the Eagles
handoff here, up the middle. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12.
at the 40-yard line.
Now he is hit before he can get rid of it, and down he goes.
Mike, this isn't real complicated. You're just not going to win a lot of NFL games when you continue to give up sacks at the rate that they are. I mean, this is just a complete disaster for this offensive line, and if they don't get it fixed, this game could be a runaway.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. They'll look to set up the screen here. Now he's loose at the 40. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. How about that play off the call sheet to convert 3rd and 18 for a 1st down. Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. Finding space at the 15. And he'll take this one in. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
At this stage of the game, the score is really irrelevant. You want to try to build something positive towards the end of this game, and I think that score will help do just that.
That is caught, and they get the two-point conversion. So the late score gets them a bit closer to respectability. They'll try to get even closer with an onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
You have no choice. You find yourself down big here late in the fourth quarter, Mike. You got nothing to lose. Give it a shot. Nice job here by the hands team recovering. They're going to take over possession.
From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. Here's 2nd and 9.
Second and 9.
A handoff as they try to run it here. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Drops for the loss of a yard. A tough spot here. 3rd and long. To throw is Williams. They'll try to set up the screen here. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down mark. The Bears send out their punt team, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Taking a shot downfield for Smith. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. Devontae Smith, the intended receiver, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll throw out of the gun. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete. He's trying to find Saquon Barkley coming out of the backfield. Now it's going to be 3rd down. Back to throw. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, like, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring it.
That'll be intercepted. So they make the decision on 4th down to try to go for it. Instead, it goes back the other way for a pick 6.
Yeah, and anytime you go for it on 4th down, you're saying, hey, we don't mind rolling the dice and taking some chances. In this case, it backfires. The defense is able to capitalize, and they take it all the way back the other way.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. A couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he goes nowhere. Buried back at the 15-yard line. On the ground, it's Barkley to start the drive. And tough for the defenders as well to get leverage and get their hands on. Taken down after a gain of 4. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5.
At the 20-yard line.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. He's going to air this one out looking for Dotson. That is hot. A great connection there. They're going to bring it down inside the 35-yard line. Here's 1st and 10.
First down. 1st and 10. That's a 32-yard line.
He'll look to throw. That's caught downfield by Smith. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 50s. Still get a 1st down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. This one not quite on target. Too much. That one falls incomplete. Devontae Smith, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 2nd down. They'll look to throw yet again. And this is going to be a touchdown. It's too little too late. They do get a bit closer as they score here in the final minute of play.
What separates the really good quarterbacks from everybody else in the National Football League, Mike, is not only ability to process, but the ability to process quickly under pressure. And I think that's exactly the case here. He's able to go through his progression, find his target in the end zone, and then deliver that ball on time, accurately, and the result is a touchdown.
So the late score gets them a bit closer to respectability. They'll try to get even closer with an onside kick. Down to the final few seconds of this one as the kick is away. And he'll be taken down. We'll see if they want to use that final timeout or not, but things are pretty much spoken for.
What is going on?
Only one timeout remaining for the defense as they take a knee. So this one in the win column for the Bears. They are moving on in these playoffs. Won't have a long time to celebrate this one. They have to get right back to work for the divisional round. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olsen. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Bears get the win at home as we say so long from along the lakefront at Soldier Field in Chicago.